Occupy Wall Street?
Yeah.
What got all this started? About 3 weeks ago, they sat down and released a collective statement. It's a list of grievances against the corporations and the government. Rebecca here is going to read that. She's going to start off with the introduction. When she gets to the individual grievances, we're going to do the human microphone. Everybody agree?
Yeah!
Declaration of the occupation of New York City and the occupation of Saginaw. As we gather together in solidarity to express a feeling of mass injustice, we must not lose sight of what brought us together. We write so that all people who feel wronged by the corporate forces in the world can know that we are your allies. As one people, united, we acknowledge the reality that the future of the human race requires the cooperation of its members, that our system must protect our rights, and upon corruption of that system, it is up to the individuals to protect their own rights and those of their neighbors, that a democratic government derives its just power from the people, but corporations do not seek consent to extract wealth from the people and the earth, and that no true democracy is attainable when the process is determined by economic power. We come to you at a time when corporations, which place profit over people, self-interest over justice, and oppression over equality, run our governments. We have peaceably assembled here, as is our right, to let these facts be known. Mic check!
Mic check!
Mic check! They have taken our houses!
They have taken our houses!
Through an illegal foreclosure process!
Through an illegal foreclosure process!
Despite not having the original mortgage! They have taken bailouts!
They have taken bailouts!
From taxpayers!
With impunity!
And continue to give
executives exorbitant bonuses!
They have perpetuated
Inequality and discrimination!
in the workplace based on age,
the color of one's skin,
sex,
gender identity,
and sexual orientation.
They have poisoned
the food supply
through negligence
and
undermined the farming system
through monopolization.
They profited off the torture.
Confinement and cruel treatment of countless non-human animals, and actively hide these practices. They have continuously sought to strip employees of the right to negotiate for better pay and safer working conditions. They have held students hostage with tens of thousands of dollars of debt of education, which is itself a human right. They have consistently outsourced labor and use that
Labor and use that outsourcing.
As leverage to cut workers' health care and pay.
As leverage to cut workers' health care and pay.
They have influenced the courts.
They have influenced the courts.
To achieve the same rights as people.
To achieve the same rights as people.
With none of the culpability or responsibility.
With none of the culpability or responsibility.
They have spent millions of dollars.
They have spent millions of dollars.
On legal teams that look for ways.
Legal teams that look for ways.
To get them out of contracts.
To get them out of contracts.
In regards to health insurance.
In regards to health insurance.
They have sold our privacy.
They have sold our privacy.
As a commodity.
As a commodity.
They have used the military.
They have used the military.
And police force.
And police force.
To prevent the freedom of press.
To prevent the freedom of press.
They have deliberately declined.
They have deliberately declined.
To recall faulty products.
To recall faulty products.
Endangering lives in pursuit of profit.
Endangering lives in pursuit of profit.
They determine economic policy.
They determine economic policy.
Despite the catastrophic failures.
Despite the catastrophic failures.
Their policies have produced and continue to produce.
The policies have produced and continue to produce.
They have donated large sums of money.
They have donated large sums of money
to politicians supposed to be regulating them.
To politicians supposed to be regulating them.
They continue to block alternate forms.
They continue to block alternative forms
of energy to keep us dependent on oil.
Of energy to keep us dependent on oil.
They continue to block generic forms.
They continue to block generic forms
of medicine that could save people's lives.
Of medicine that could save people's lives.
In order to protect investments.
In order to protect investments.
That have already turned a substantive profit.
And have already turned a substantive profit.
They can purposely cover up oil
They can purposely
spills.
cover up oil spills.
Accidents.
Accidents of faulty bookkeeping.
And inactive ingredients in pursuit of profit.
And active ingredients in pursuit of profit.
They purposefully keep people misinformed.
They purposely keep people misinformed.
And fearful through their control of the media.
And fearful through their control of the media.
They have accepted private contracts.
They have accepted private contracts.
To murder prisoners even when presented.
Murder prisoners even when presented.
With serious doubts about their guilt.
Serious doubts about their guilt.
They have perpetuated colonialism.
They have perpetuated colonialism.
At home and abroad.
At home and abroad.
They have participated in the torture.
They have participated in the torture
And murder of innocent civilians overseas.
and murder of innocent civilians overseas.
They continue to create weapons.
They continue to create weapons
Of mass destruction.
of mass destruction
In order to receive government contracts.
in order to receive government contracts.
These grievances
These grievances
are not inclusive.
are not inclusive.
To the people of the world, we, the New York City General Assembly, occupying Wall Street in Liberty Square, urge you to assert your power. Exercise your right to peaceably assemble, occupy public space, create a process to address the problems we face, and generate solutions accessible to everyone. To all communities that take action and form